Well, look what the mole rat dragged in. Folks in these parts call me Trader Red, and I heard tell y'all are newcomers to Appalachia. Mind ya, these hills aren't quite what they used to be, full of super mutants, ghouls, things you call scorched, and a cryptid or two might cross your path. But you're darn lucky to have little old me as your tour guide. See, I ain't from around these parts. I'm a backwoods Tennessee gal through and through. But let's just say that Appalachia is my home away from home. Figure you guessed the whole trader part, right? I'm the best at finding the things folks need. Guns, shine, and the odd doodad and thingamajig that might tickle your fancy. And finding those things means I go all over, from Morgantown to Lewisburg and Berkeley Springs to Watoga. No one knows these hills like Trader Red. So, if you want to see the sights, learn some history, and not get eaten at the same time, follow old Trader Red here as we wander through the wasteland of post-war Appalachia and maybe, just maybe, uncover some juicy tidbits and secrets along the way. Well, darlings, what'd y'all think of Burning Springs? Ohio sure ain't what it used to be. And that there ghoul, well, looks like he's got bounties to spare. I sure don't want to get on his bad side. Don't y'all worry none. We'll get back across the river in no time and see the rest of the sights. And maybe take down that Rust King, too. But I thought we should get back to our tour of old Appalachia, since y'all paying top caps for the grand tour. I know we've been walking a ways, and this here weather ain't for the faint-hearted. See, this is Skyline Valley. Not many folks dare to cross the mountains and partake of the sights, not since the skies went crazy like, and these weird ghouls showed up. People call them lost. Why lost? Well, I guess I don't rightly know. But they're all glowing with something that looks like electricity. And don't bother trying to talk to them, because they're just as bad as ferals. Maybe worse. Right smack dab in the middle of all that mess is this old mansion, owned by some bigwig before the war. Hugo Stoltz was his name, I think. It's also sitting on one of the biggest dang vaults you ever done heard about. Now, old Red here doesn't know too much about it, but I heard tell that if you're brave enough to check it out, you might just find some pretty big secrets buried around these parts. And maybe, just maybe, find out what caused this storm, too. You know, this here Skyline Valley reminds me a bit of home. The old Smoky Mountains. Hills full of strange happenings and creatures the likes of which you have to see to believe. Though we do not have giant turkeys back in those mountains. That's right, giant turkeys. We call them thrashers. Why thrashers? Well, see, you don't want to get too close or they will give you one heck of a thrashing. But I can tell you that they make mighty fine eating if you can bring one of them down. Besides those giant turkey things, you'll find just about every other creature that roams Appalachia proper. Super mutants and their hounds, giant bugs galore, and a heapin' helping of wolves, ferals, and mole miners too. I also heard the Mothman cult set up shop in some of the old mines in these parts. While of course the Blood Eagles moved in and have to start making things mighty unpleasant for the locals too. Locals? The Blue Ridge Caravan. One of their traders migrated down here from Big Bend Tunnel and decided to set up a caravan route through the hills. Milepost Zero, they call it. They run Brahmin all over, but it ain't easy, and rumor has it they might be closing down sometime soon. But none of that is the reason I brought you folks all the way down here. Don't y'all be looking at me like that. Skyline Valley is mighty special and all, but it's the spooky season, and there is quite a surprise waiting for us down at the old Rapidan Camp. It was a vacation spot for the bigwigs in Washington. I heard even the president of this here United States even stayed there from time to time. You know, before the whole world blew up and all. But that's the boring part. The whole reason I brought you here is this event we all call Mischief Night. Now, if you believe the stories from the original 76ers, this Mischief Night used to be held over at the Wasteland, and it was a sight to behold. Why? Because, darlings, it was the one time of the year when the whole population of Appalachia, well, the human ones anyway, could run rampant all over the resort, blowing everything up sky high, painting the cabins with all kinds of pretty pictures, and even stabbing forks into the ground. Okay, that last part I have no idea, but it sounds fun, right? But I guess it got just a little too crazy for those stuffed shirts and Mr. Otis, and they kicked everyone out. Never to mischief again, they said. Well, folks never forget all the dang fun and mayhem, and it looks like they found a whole new place to blow sky high and have a blast while doing. Now, it may seem a little strange, especially all the way down here in Skyline Valley, but I promise you, this will be a spooky season to remember. Okay, folks, stay close to old Red here and I'll tell you all about Mischief Night. See, it ain't like trick-or-treating, and I recommend coming loaded for bear, because we are about to go on the biggest darn rampage up and down these hills that y'all have ever seen. Oh yeah, I guess you need to know what to do, right? Okay then, see that bot over there? Well, that's JES-SR. Huh, Jester. I never thought about it. Anyway, of course it's an Eyebot, but it's a really special kind, see? Somebody, who probably wasn't all that right in the head, programmed that bot with all kinds of old serials and broadcasts. Tales from the Appalachian hills, I think. Oh, come on. Don't tell me you ain't never heard of Tales from the Appalachian hills. Mom and Pa used to spin yarns retelling those old radio shows from back before the war. Wendigos, Mothmen, aliens, and even that big old grafted monster. All kinds of spooky stories. Enough to send chills up your spine, that's for sure, darlings. Don't know if those folks back then knew that those monsters were real. Well, real enough, I guess. See, darlings, I don't think no one knows when those legends became the real thing. Was it the bombs or something in the water? I don't rightly know for sure. But dang if those radio shows were spot on when it comes to what goes bump in the night here in Appalachia. Well, darlings, while I've been yapping away, it looks like the event's about to start. And we ain't alone neither. Just like those Eatons, looks like all of Appalachia's come down to celebrate this here Mischief Night too. So grab your guns and those grenades. You know, throw in a Molotov or two, because it's time to make some mischief. And don't worry, just follow me and I'll tell you all what to do as we go.
For the moment, it seems that all is quiet and still, but looks can be deceiving. And nothing is what it seems.
First, let's get the mischief fire lit. Now, we run down this hill here. Keep an eye out for fireworks, explosives, anything that goes... Oh, darn, look at the lost. Hey, are they wearing Halloween costumes? That's a new one on me for sure, darlings. All right, we go right through them. Keep firing. Blow anything up and light some fires. Yee-haw! Haven't had this much fun since Uncle Remus's still blew sky high on 4th of July back home. Woo! Let's follow good old Jester. Gotta light this last fire, then it's on to the cabin. Come on, let's go. You three, go ahead and take them there paint cans and make some pretty pictures. Rest of you find some Halloween baskets and do some trick-or-treating. But be careful, sometimes they're full of tricks instead of treats. Look at those forks, big boxes of them. Turn them upside down, stick them in the ground. I still don't rightly understand it, but it is definitely a lot of fun. Oh boy, lots and lots of lost. Look at him, is he dressed up like a mummy? All right, Jester, look at him just going on playing all his radio shows. I am in love with this. Woo! Hey, get that pumpkin over there. Yeah, get the candy. Don't forget the candy. Yeah, there's a lost behind you. Right behind you, yeah. All right, woo! All right, that's the last of them. Light that last fire, and it is up to the vertibird pad. And more lost. Yeah, and explosions. And don't forget to trick or treat. I want all that candy. Red here's got one sweet tooth, I tell you what. Woo! This Mischief Night is crazier than a bag full of cats. Woohoo! Watch out, assaultrons! Did someone paint them to look like skeletons? This is too fun. Oh, keep on shooting. And now the vertibot. We gotta shoot the vertibot. Yeah, that's the last of it. Oh, Percy here does good work. Woo! All right. Ooh, boy. Y'all in one piece, darlings? Good to see. I told y'all Red here would not disappoint. Nothing like getting into the spirit of spooky holiday by causing all kinds of chaos. No wonder Mischief Night was so dang popular back in the day. Can't even imagine what it looked like back at the White Spring. Might be that we stop by and ask those stuffed shirts ourselves. But that can wait for another day. I don't know about y'all, but after all that, I think it's time we find a nice place under this here storm in Skyline Valley to set up a camp for the night. Break out some roasted mole rat and some shine. See what the goodies we got from all that mayhem. Then it's a deal, darlings. I'm gonna say goodbye to old Jester, and then we'll be on our way. Like I said before, Appalachia's full of all kinds of things you ain't never seen. And Red here will make sure you get the inside skinny on all of it. So I hope you got your fill of Mischief Night, because there's still so much left for y'all to see. Don't rightly know where we'll end up next, darlings, but wherever it is in Appalachia, I can guarantee, as an old friend of mine always says, it sure ain't gonna be boring. So stay tuned for the next episode of Wasteland Wanderings with Trader Red.